Welcome to a quick overview of clipboardcode.com. Basically, I wanted to create a website where I can store all my code snippets that I've used throughout the years. I've always write them down or put them on some other miscellaneous website and forgot about them, so I really wanted to have one central location for it. I've been coding for well over 25 years, and I'm not, I wouldn't say an expert on every single field, but I've dabbled in a lot of different languages. And like I said, this is a great place for me to store it all. Hopefully you're going to find some projects here that you might find worthwhile, maybe learn a couple of things. Share your thoughts and interests with me also. You can do that right from the get-go from the website. Send me an email, or if you click the feedback button on the lower right-hand corner here, you can just enter some comments right here and send it to me. If you do want to do comments this way, make sure you leave your email address if you want me to reply back. So basically, let's look at the menu and go through each one of the pages here. There's some snippets, some CSS snippets, and I'm always adding onto this page. Like here's a little rounded box, a menu system, and then a cool way to do your input so it kind of shadows and does all your colors properly. So when you click on show code next to each one, you'll see you have code. You can copy it to the clipboard and just paste it in there. Some really well done examples, so you shouldn't have to hunt and dig, and it should be pretty self-evident what to do on most of these. If not, I usually add a couple little comments on it and saying you might need to do this one requires jQuery, things like that. Next one, go back to the menu, snippets, JavaScript, jQuery. Quite a few just random ones, like I said. There's no rhyme or reason to these. I just found them useful, or things I have to look up a lot to do. It will be here. Let's look at some of these here. Encryption and decryption. You'll actually find this in the JavaScript section and in the PHP section, and both of them are compatible, which is really nice. It's hard to find an encryption that works in JavaScript and PHP and vice versa sometimes. So this is one right here for you for basic string encryption. Go ahead and hide that one. Some AJAX and some load commands of jQuery. I'm always looking up exactly how to do that, especially with the post examples and stuff. I'm always get the syntax just wrong by character, so that kind of saves me a little bit of time there. Some no cache stuff. Sync fields with a value is pretty nice. Basically, it will, let's say you have two text fields on your interface, but your interface hides a page, and then you go to a menu and it unhides this page, but you have the exact same text field on both pages. But you're like, okay, great. Every time a user updates this field, I got to remember to write code to go update this field and vice versa. This does it fully automatic. As long as each one of these input fields has the exact same class name, this code will go out and find them and make sure they're all synced. So pretty cool there. All right, let's go back to the menu. And there's some snippets PHP, a lot of different things here. Pinging servers, unzipping files, uploading a file to your website. View emails and download attachments from Hotmail. I remember one project still being used today. It actually has somebody sending an email with their phone via text message, and they can put pictures and stuff on there and send it over. And I have code that's running on a server that will go out and download those files and put it, and it actually handles over 1 million images a year right now. So it's actually pretty well used. So some cool things there. All right, let's go to menu. And PHP data grab. Anything in kind of blue color here are main projects I'm working on, and I'll usually incorporate videos and really detailed instructions, but they do a lot. Like PHP data grab is basically a database management system for your website or PHP application. It can handle multiple servers, different queries, dynamic queries, depending on which web servers you're at. There's a lot going on here. Definitely check it out. It's a cool project. And I use it on basically all my projects now. It's making querying databases and doing all my database work an easy task. No coding needed. It's all done via kind of a configuration utility. Let's go back to menu. And PHP compare servers. Basically, this will create a kind of a HTML table here displaying two different web servers. Let's say you have a production and development server, and you want to see, okay, which files are different between the two servers, because you need to keep them synced. I mean, that's the whole reason you have development server, training, QA type servers, is to keep them synced. This will show you all those missing files, the files that are different, and even files last modified in the 7 days. Especially when you're working with multiple coworkers, it's a lot harder to keep synced files and stuff, so this will kind of help out that. Alright, heading back to the menu. PHP function finder. This is my latest one I've created, and like I said, I'm going to be adding more projects and more snippets, so just because this video is showing only 3 there, check back every few weeks. PHP Function Finder will actually go out to your source code and look for all JavaScript and PHP functions, and then show you the details of those functions, like the description, the inputs, outputs, the line number and file they're found on. You can even go deeper and find out every file that even called those functions, and here's even a snippet like the line that called it right there. Really useful for finding your function, and kind of a self-documenting tool for your code. It's in live, real time. Every time you refresh the page, it goes out and scans those files every single time, and there's very little coding, actually no coding really needed, other than a couple of comment lines just for those extra details at the end there. All right, going back to menu, and the last one here is the About Me. And like I said, this is my home for my snippets, but I wanted to share, and everything here is free. I'm not asking for any money or anything like that. But I did put kind of a filler out there, looking for other people interested in coding. Here you can see a lot of the languages I've touched. I like to keep things really simple, so I don't go out and hunt down libraries and stuff. I've probably looked at every library for every language I've ever been involved in, but I tend not to use them a lot because I like to write my code myself so I can learn everything about it. Plus, I don't know if I can trust a lot of the libraries out there. Some of the big ones, yes, you can trust. They've been around for years. They've got a backing. A lot of people use it. A lot of businesses use it. But a lot of them just fall out and never to be seen again. And if you want to have a corporate website or something that uses something like, hey, can we get the latest version? I'm like, nah, they're no longer writing that. That website's a 404 error right now. That's the reason I tend to keep things basic. Plus, the businesses I write for tend to use older operating systems and older web browsers, so you got to keep it basic and keep it compatible with those older browsers, because their IT department doesn't want to update every single year, and it may be 5 or 6 years sometimes I've seen where they don't update their web browser. So you, like I said, keep it basic, write it all yourself, and make sure that compatibility is there. That's pretty much it for clipboardcode.com. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, find a mistake, find a bug or anything, let me know via email or the feedback, or all those YouTube videos. You can comment on those directly. Have a great day.